Bradford to get proceedings underway. They will play from right to left, so Dewsbury with first use of the ball. Dewsbury will play towards the Ruley Lane terracing, Bradford towards the South Bank side in this first half, and it will be Jordan Lilly. Let's get the party started at Odsall. It goes high and long. It's taken there by Andy Kane. 10 out from his own line. He feeds it immediately to Stringer, and he's going to be wrapped up just outside his own 20. The two-man tackle led there by Magrin, Leroy and Murray. So Dewsbury coming down the short stand side early doors. We've had just 20 seconds gone on the clock. In at dummy half is Robbie Ward, and Robbie Ward is going to feed Brandon Douglas, and that is tackle number 3 for Dewsbury. They're 10 shy of halfway inside their own half. They give the ball some air over on the far stand side as it ends up with Rob Spicer via Sykes, and that is tackle number 4 gone, and Dewsbury 5 shy of the halfway. They're going to come up and over halfway with Aaron Howlett. They lose forward, and that'll be the 5th and last tackle. And Dewsbury 5 inside the Bradford half. A minute gone on the clock. It goes out of dummy half from Ward to Sykes. Sykes with the left boot, crossfield kick. It's going to bounce up for Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan palms it back, and Ross Oakes has knocked the ball on, but referee Gareth was going to say first knock on there by Dewsbury. There was a huge pressure there on both Joe Keys and Ethan Ryan, and it goes without saying the radar and the boot and the effective kicking style of both Kane and Sykes, the Bulls are going to have to be switched on. So Bradford with first use of the ball. We've had 90 seconds on the clock. Provident scoreboard says Bulls 0, Rams 0, and it is going to be Magrin who wins a penalty. 10 out from his own line after Dewsbury have stolen the ball. 2-on-1 in the tackle. So a chance, Mark Hobson, for Bradford to get up the field, and after a bit of a shaky start, just get a bit of composure.
Yeah, a bit of composure. The Bulls playing with their eyes into the sun, I think, and Rob Spicer there going to touch just, but getting some good distance. There's always a thing from a kicker for a penalty, gauging the distance and making sure it goes in the touch, but it did there. Bradford tap restart on the 40-metre mark.
So Bradford 40 out from that Dewsbury Rams try line. They're in centre field. Scott Moore in at dummy half to Murray. Murray along the line to Keys. It's gone behind the Bradford Bulls defence. Dewsbury tried to regather. It's back to 1 as Ethan Ryan picks it up on halfway, and he'll be brought down 5 inside the Dewsbury half. So a shaky start from the Bradford Bulls. Lilly and Keys not showing any cohesion or any quality in the halves, but Bradford certainly will come back knocking. It is the 0 tackle after a high tackle there over the top on young Brandon Wilkinson, and that's Rob Spicer. Referee Gareth is just going to stop the clock, and I think if we didn't know it, Mark, Dewsbury are going to certainly come out here and try and bully this young Bradford side.
Look, any team coached by Glenn Morrison won't play airy-fairy football. They're going to come out and try and belt the Bulls into submission. They've got a big side of Dewsbury, some big units out there. Mitch Stringer, Rob Spice likes to put it about, big Lucas Walshaw, and the Bulls are going to have to let the football do the work. They're going to have to run Dewsbury from left to right, run them ragged, hope the gaps appear, but before you do that, you've got to win the war of attrition, or you've got to compete in the war of attrition, and the Bulls are going to man up in the forwards and do that.
So Bradford, it's going to be tapped by Lilly. Lilly's going to take it in. He's going to give it there to Wilkinson. Wilkinson's going to be wrapped up on the second tackle. 15 out from the Dewsbury line. Quick passing from left to right over on the far stand side. He's going to see Kevin Leroy wrapped up. He's back after being cup-tied last week, and he'll get to his feet on tackle number 3. Lilly's going to kick early, trying to a chase there for Colton Roach. Colton Roach is going to try and claim a try, but the referee's going to say it's just gone over the dead ball line. It'll be a tap on the 20 for the Rams, and that was neat little play there from the Leeds loanee Lilly. He realised that the Dewsbury defence was all at sea, and he decided to pepper one behind the Dewsbury Rams line. He just put a little bit too much on it, and it went dead over the dead ball line. So Dewsbury back in possession, 30 out from their own line, just doing those hard yards forward, and that is going to be Dale Morton, a try last week for Dewsbury, their first win of the season, first competitive win against Newcastle in the Cup, and it goes out of dummy half from Ward. Ward to Crooks. Crooks keeps it going to Walshaw, and Walshaw's now brought down just over halfway for the Dewsbury Rams. Walshaw, of course, was here under Jimmy Lowes and Rowan Smith, and Dewsbury find themselves 35 out from that Bradford line in centre field. Options to the right, they come down this main stand side. It's Andy Kane, ball in hand, shows and goes. Campbell to beat. Campbell tries saving tackle there on Andy Kane. 4th tackle gone, the danger not over. Robbie Ward scurries from dummy half. He's lost the ball. It's gone backwards. Play on, says the referee. Picked up on the main stand side by Alex Brown. Palms it inside to Barnes. Barnes wrapped up on the fifth and last. 5 out from the Bradford line. It goes in centre field to Kane. Kane, crossfield kick. It's plucked round the air by former Bradford player Jason Crooks, and he will touch down 15 metres to the left-hand side of the post. And Dewsbury have a shocked 4-0 lead here in the relegation 4-pointer. The Provident scoreboard says Bulls 0, Rams 4, and Bradford just all at sea in defence there. There was miscommunication. Where was McCartney? Where was Oakes? Jason Crooks took it from the air like hitting the pinata. He's got all the sweets and he's got 4 points.
Well, he has, because that came from Andy Kane, quite frankly, 2 or 3 tackles back. He went off his right peg, he opened up the gap in the Bradford defence. It came out to the right, was moved over to the left, the kick came in. Bradford didn't shout, they didn't point up, there was no communication between the centre and winger. A very easy try to let in if you're not communicating, and a little bit weak in defence there, but all started from the half-back for me, Andy Kane, and good goal forward from Dewsbury on their first real sortie into the Bradford defensive area. They've got to man up, they've got to knock the forwards about a little bit, they've got to let Dewsbury think about what they're doing, give them far too much time behind the back of the line. Andy Kane really playing in almost like a smoking jacket and slippers there. There was no loose forward on him, nobody came out the back of the ruck to knock him about, and not a good try to end from the Bradford Bulls.
Paul Sykes will attempt the conversion. 15 to the left of the sticks, 15 out, 6 from 7 last week in the 38-6 defeat of Newcastle. He's kicking at 89% in 2017, and incidentally that's Dewsbury's first away point of the season, and it's come within the opening 5 minutes. So Sykes with his trusty deft left boot, that one will sail between the posts over the red, amber and black dot, and Dewsbury Rams lead the Bradford Bulls here after 6 minutes on the clock. Provident scoreboard, Bulls 0, Rams 6, and not the start Mark Hobson that Jeff Tuvey and Lee Beattie would have envisaged.
No, not the start at all. A little bit of sleep the Bradford Bulls, just thinking about what they've got to do against what I would say is a bigger Dewsbury side. They're going to get stuck in. It's the job of a back row forward to make a half-back's day a nightmare, and you've got to get out and knock the half-backs around and just hit them hard in the tackle. Too much time on the ball for Andy Kane there. Defensive line speed's going to be quicker, and the back row have got to muscle up and just knock these Dewsbury half-backs about. When they get him in the tackle, just hurt them in the tackle and roll them over for the count of 3, not for the count of 1. Dewsbury playing the ball far too quickly because they're riding through the first defensive line and they're standing up on the knees and playing on the legs and playing the football. You've got to make a forward play off the floor. You've got to roll him over onto his back.
Dewsbury then leading the Bulls by 6 points to 0 after an early try from Crooks. Are up to halfway on the last. It goes out of dummy half from Ward to Sykes. Sykes finds Ethan Ryan, 20 out from his own line, 20 in from this main stand side, and he'll play the ball with Ross Oakes behind him in that dummy half position, and he's going to give it there a rather leisurely stroll from Johnny Campbell, and he's going to be wrapped up 20 shy of the halfway line. A big strong tilt there from Colton Roach, the former Featherstone man. 3 Dewsbury defenders wrapping him up and turning him in the tackle. Scott Moore back in at dummy half. It goes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson's wrapped up 8 shy of halfway on the 4th tackle. Here goes Scott Moore from dummy half. He's still going forward, trying to wrestle and grapple with the Dewsbury defenders, and he'll be wrapped up 5 shy of halfway on the 5th and last. Keys in at dummy half to Lilly. Lilly goes high. It's a wobbler. It's going to come down for McCartney, is it? Although it's just going to bounce in front of McCartney, who was chasing that with a lot of effort, and it's fielded by Dale Morton on the far stand side, and he'll have possession back for the Dewsbury Rams. 20 out from their own line. We've had 7.5 gone, and Dewsbury now given their first penalty of the afternoon as Josh Guzdick, the Dewsbury fullback, is caught high across the chin by Brandon Wilkinson, and that is 2-1 on the count in favour of the Bulls, but Dewsbury's first penalty, and they're in centre field. 20 shy of halfway. Sykes is going to take them up to halfway, and Dewsbury another chance to post more points, Mark, because they've got a full set 40 out from the line.
Well, they didn't bust 40 metres with their last sets, didn't Bradford, and the last option from Lilly was okay. The kick was right, but it went in the wrong direction for me. They're just going to use that little bit more composure and get into the face of the Dewsbury Rams and let them know they're here. It's been a little bit lacklustre from the Raffles. It lacks energy, but a long way to go. They can pull it back.
Barnes is wrapped up on the second tackle, 5 inside the Bradford half. They're coming down this right-hand edge, attacking Keys, Murray, Oakes and Ryan. So contrary to belief on the team sheet, Lee Smith and McCartney over on that left-hand edge. Dewsbury, though, 20 out from the Bradford line. Sykes, reverse pass on the inside to Kane. Kane down the middle, the support from Guzdeck. The tackle is good as Brandon Wilkinson wraps him up by the knees. 3 metres out from the line, and there's an ankle tap there on Andy Kane, and Andy Kane has lost the ball in the tackle by Johnny Campbell, and Johnny Campbell picks it up like a gift. So the war cry goes up with Bradford back in possession. 9 gone on the clock. The 15 out from their own line, doing those hard yards forward. Provident scoreboard says Bulls 0, Rams 6 after an early try from Crooks, converted by Sykes. It goes from Keys to Lilly in centre field, and Lilly's wrapped up on the third. 20 shy of the halfway line. They're coming back down this narrow stand side on the main stand as it goes from Keys to Oakes. Oakes is wrapped up. That's tackle number 4. He's on his back. Good cover tackle there by Barnes and Morton. Keys goes over from dummy half, makes some valuable metres there, and they're up to the halfway line on the last. Moore in at dummy half to Lilly. Lily's going to try a tickler high in the sky, and Guzdeck has dropped it cold in the sun, and it will be a scrum, head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. And I beg your pardon, it's not Josh Guzdeck, it is Dale Morton.
Is it Dale Morton?
Dale Morton on the far side wearing 2, so it'll be a scrum. 15 out from the Dewsbury line, head and feed to the Bulls, and Jordan Lilly has come up with something special there. Realised that Dewsbury have got the sun in the faces in this first half, and Dale Morton at 6s and 7s there, so chance for the Bulls.
It is a chance for the Bulls, Mick, you're right. And Dewsbury attacking the Ruley Lane end, of course, and Bradford Bulls attacking the Coral Stand end. A scrum 15 metres out. They just need to put some energy into the play, I think, the Bradford Bulls. It's a little bit wary of Dewsbury, and I don't know why, because they're probably the weaker side they've played this so far this season, but
they've got the ball from the scrum with Johnny Campbell. Campbell beating 1, beating 2, wrapped up by Hamish Barnes. 5 out from the Dewsbury line. It is a 4th penalty of the afternoon. That's gone to the Bulls as Johnny Campbell was literally held in the tackle. The Dewsbury player might have wanted to bring the sleeping bag and the alarm clock. It was that long, but it will be tapped by Keys. Keys immediately to Roach, and Roach, a big strong boy, is wrapped up 5 to the left of the sticks. Across the face of the post, it goes from Moore to Lilly. Lilly out to Leroya. Leroya goes in at the side and is wrapped up. He's 8 out from the Dewsbury line over on the far stand side. They come back down this centre channel with Magrin. Magrin takes 4 Dewsbury defenders out of that Rams defensive line and is brought down 4 shy of the line. It goes from Scott Moore to Keys. Keys to the line, trying to pirouette and dance his way past Guzdeck. He can't. 4th tackle gone. Bradford throwing a lot of pressure on this Dewsbury Rams side. It's a sloppy pass from Moore to Wilkinson, and he's going to be wrapped up. 5 out in centre field. It is the last tackle. It goes to Lilly. Lilly peppers one behind the line. It's come off a Dewsbury Rams player. The referee says it's still the last. He wasn't played at it, and McCartney is going to be trapped. 15 out from the Dewsbury line. The crowd saying the Dewsbury player played at it.
He did play at it.
The referee says he didn't, and Dewsbury have possession. Bulls 0, Rams 6.
The referee saying the ball played the man. Well, it didn't. That didn't happen. That's a poor mistake from Gareth Ewer. And I'd just like to think they'd get Dewsbury back on side that little bit more, because his police of the offside isn't as good as it could be.
Dewsbury have come up with an error, 30 out from their own try line. It's Dan Murray and Scott Moore, 2 of the boys on the Lancashire bus, who also come with James Mendeka, who's sadly not playing after he injured his left knee last weekend in that game against Featherstone. But it will be a scrum, head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. 30 out in centre field. Johnny Campbell's disdowning back play, changing the boots, putting the laces on. Joe Keys has ball in hand, ready to put the ball in the scrum. Bradford are set. The sun blazing down here. It really is a resplendent afternoon at the Provident Stadium, Odsall. Time back on. We've had 12 minutes gone. Can Bradford go? It's Leroya. He had a half break, trying to break through. Couldn't get past. It was Guzdeck and Sykes in defence. From dummy half, it goes from Moore to Murray. Murray, who signed on a week-by-week contract for the remainder of the season. He's wrapped up 15 out from the line. It goes from Scott Moore to Lilly. Lilly pass to Leroya. Leroya looking for his 3rd try in the red, amber and black, and he's wrapped up 5 shy of that Dewsbury Rams try line. 2 metres in from the far stand side. It's going to be a bullet pass from Lilly into centre field to Murray to Wilkinson. Wilkinson has momentum, took him over the line. Yes, says Gareth Ewer, and Brandon Wilkinson has tried number 2 of 2017, and it's just what the Bulls needed. Bulls 4, Rams 6. 14 on the clock in this huge relegation 4-pointer.
Fabulous passing there from the Bradford Bulls. That's more like it. They've got out the lock of the central channel. They're moving the ball east to west, left to right, but they're running onto the ball with pace. The passing's crisp and clean. That came right from the far side, right into the hands of Brandon Wilkinson, and it was superb. He ran onto the flat pass, I think it was from Jordan Lilly, and touched the ball down right under these sticks. It was Brandon Wilkinson. Superb stuff. But you know, since in the last 5 minutes, the game has been taken by the scruff of the neck by Jordan Lilly, and he's controlling this game. He's putting in a good last tackle option, good kick in. He's passing the ball left and right. He's looking where the gaps are. He looked to the right. He went over to the right. They couldn't quite scramble over. Then he saw there were gaps in the Dewsbury defence. Over to the left. He's been pivotal in the plays and the passing, leads them west, and I think that's good stuff. And that's the way to beat this Dewsbury side. You won't beat them down the central channel. I think they're a little bit too strong for Bradford. It's going to be done on the flanks, and that was a great try, and just what the doctor ordered, just at the right time as well.
14 minutes gone. It is Bradford 4, Dewsbury 6. Joe Keys from right slap bang, 10 out in front of the South Bank stand, looks at the ball, looks at the post. He's drawing that imaginary line like all goal kickers do. 2 from 2 last week at a drop goal. This to get his account up and running this afternoon. No mistake. That goes between the posts, and it is the Bradford Bulls 6, Dewsbury Rams 6. 14 and a half gone, and you know, Bradford, Mark, they're going to have to do what they've just done. If Dewsbury cough up the ball 30 out, they've capitalised on a Dewsbury error.
They've got to capitalise on every Dewsbury error, but they've got to force Dewsbury into their errors, and the way you force them into errors is get your shape right around the ruck area, permutate your runs to the left and to the right, make the defence think about what they're doing. They're not quite on top of the game. Then you can pick up the points from the errors from there and give yourself good field position from that. But also, I think Bradford have the attacking power out wide, and I think the game, if they can hold their own the forwards in the central channel and get into a good attacking position, then I think Cairo and Lilly, Scott Moore's been superb today for me. Checking Bradford forward every time he's got the ball. Good old head. Great signing for the Bulls. I think the Bulls can win, and I think it'll be a good entertaining game this afternoon. I think there's going to be a few points scored in this game.
Well, the heat, as we said, will certainly take energy out of the tank.
You'd think that'd affect Dewsbury more than it would Bradford, wouldn't you, because they're a part-time side.
The restart from Paul Sykes was juggled by Ross Oakes, 10 out from his own line, and 2 tackles later, Scott Moore is 20 shy of the halfway line. It goes from Keys in at dummy half to Colton Roach. Roach is wrapped up 5 shy of halfway. Bradford have got a bit of a spurt on here as it goes from Moore to the try scorer Wilkinson, and Wilkinson's brought down in a 2-man tackle by the Dewsbury Rams. That is Ward and Owlett. They're on tackle 5. They're on the halfway line. It goes to Lilly. Lilly is going to send one downtown. It's taken 5 out from his own line by Guzdeck, and Guzdeck will turn defence into attack, and he meets the white-shirted, red, amber and black Bulls defence, 25 out from his own try line, and he gets to his feet and he plays the ball, and it's going to be Robbie Ward with a little scampering run out of dummy half. So 2 tackles gone, and Dewsbury are 15 shy of the halfway line as they go back down this centre channel. It's going to be a huge charge forward there by former Batley man Alex Brown. He's wrapped up on the halfway line, and out of dummy half will go Robbie Ward once again. Beats 1, beats 2. He's lost the ball. It's a 5th error for the Dewsbury Rams. Dan Murray has picked up the ball, and the referee's now going to say knock on by Dan Murray, and I think he's going to give head and feet to Dewsbury. So his original decision was it was 1-on-1. It was stripped by Murray, but Murray stripped it forward. So that's Bradford's first error in open play after 16 and a half minutes. Bulls 6, Rams 6.
Good game here at the Provident Stadium, also, and of course the Bulls badly needing the 2 points against a team that's not been winning, but a good old-fashioned West Yorkshire arm wrestle. And for me, it's forward power versus good passing and good quality running from half-back for the Bradford Bulls. But long way to go. The Bulls need to get the ball back, need to force Dewsbury into some more errors, get the ball back and get back up the other end of the field.
Barnes will play the ball 20 out from the Bradford line in centre field. Back it comes down the middle. Ward to CO. CO caught high by Wilkinson and Murray. That is the second penalty for the Dewsbury Rams. 15 metres out. Slap bang in front of the post. And this will be an easy 2 points, you feel, for Paul Sykes as he requests the kicking tee. So on will come the kicking tee, and these are the penalties really that Bradford can do without. Penalties inside their own 20, because Paul Sykes, as we saw last season when he kicked the Bulls to death, as Dewsbury registered their first win at Odsal in 47 years when they beat the Bulls after the hooter 16 points to 14. And you know, this is probably going to be a familiar sight we're going to see this afternoon. Paul Sykes lining up a penalty goal.
Sure you're right.
You give him the opportunity, he's going to take the two.
He will. He's a good kicker, and Dewsbury will get the ball back as well. I've got to question slightly the referee's decision there. I didn't think that was high. Now, I'm sat back up here, but I didn't think that was high. And some referees would have given that, he did, some wouldn't. And that's always contentious, but the Bradford Bulls have got to watch that.
Sykes then, with the left boot. Referee Garfield just making sure everyone stood still like statues. Yeah. Gary Dempsey about to run on with the water, but he's halted in his tracks as Sykes adds another 2 points, and in the relegation 4-pointer at the Provident Stadium, Odsal, with just shy of 20 minutes gone. It is the Paul Sykes show once again. 2 from 2 attempts, and it is Bradford 6, Dewsbury 8, and it will be the boot of Jordan Lilly to get the restart back underway. It is Mick Gledall, Mark Hobson, BCB 106.6 FM, brought to you by Provident Financial. Keep your tweets coming in using the BCB Bulls hashtag. We have Ross Peltier with us at half time. We've got already 10 or 12 questions, so certainly keep them coming in. From the restart, Dewsbury up to their own 20-metre mark. Out of dummy half, it's going to go with Robbie Ward. Robbie Ward is going to feed in Lucas Walshaw, and he's going to be wrapped up just shy of his own 40, so the 15 shy of the halfway line. Down the middle channel they'll go with Jack Teamby, and he's going to be wrapped up on his return to action just shy of halfway. Here goes Robbie Ward probing. The pass has touched Jordan Lilly in flight, and the referee's going to come back for the first advantage, although he's going to say knock on, double knock on. Dewsbury were looking to play an expansive type of game of football. They were floating it over towards the open terrace stand side, the popular stand side. The fans don't like it, but the pass went behind and it was touched forward by Jordan Lilly, so I have no problems with that. The fans might have not seen it because it was played at a frenetic pace. That's the second error from the Bulls this afternoon, and it's going to give Dewsbury another set of 6. 50 out from the Bulls line. Referee Garfield is making sure the Bulls are back on their defensive line, which they will be. They don't have to go back the 10 in 2017. It's only back the 5, and they're going to try and go for broke on this main stand side as it goes out with Alex Brown. He's wrapped up. 25 out from the Bradford line. 2 metres in from this main stand side as they go back down this right-hand edge, keeping it nice and tight to Dewsbury as Walshaw is upended in a 4-man tackle. The former Bradford man will play the ball. 18 shy of the Bradford line. Robbie Ward out of dummy half to Kane. Kane along the line to Sykes. Sykes back on in the angle to Crooks. Crooks to Gulsdeck. Gulsdeck wrapped up by Magrin and Campbell and Murray. 4th tackle gone. Teenby keeps it going. The movement to CO. Michael Seo's wrapped up on tackle number 4. 5 out now from that Bradford Bulls line. They're going to try and crash over from dummy half. Referee Garafua inspects it and says the Dewsbury player is short of the line, and it is the last tackle, and he'll get to his feet, Will Teenby, and he'll play the ball. Danger for the Bulls. Can they hold out? Sykes peppers one in. McCartney lets it go dead. A tap on the 20 for the Bradford Bulls. 21 gone. Bulls 6, Rams 6, and McCartney's going to tap it, and McCartney's going to go. Floats it to Lilly. Lilly wrapped up, 30 out from his own line. Listen to the crowd beseeching the referee. They want a penalty, none forthcoming. As Lilly somersaults forward over the play the ball mark, and well, it's happened a lot this season. It is the new directive. Once you're tackled, you've got to get up and play the ball. What happened there was Jordan Lilly somersaulted forward and played the ball 2 metres forward, and it is a penalty to Dewsbury. Their 3rd of the afternoon. They're going to decline the 2, the 30 out from the Bradford line, and they're going to quickly tap it. So more energy sapping conditions for the Bulls to do. It's taking a lot out of the Bulls' defensive tank as they move the ball with Ward. Ward to Seo. Seo wrapped up once more. 10 out from that Bradford line, left of centre field. Dewsbury attacking the Ruler Lane terracing. It's with Andy Kane, the former Championship Player of the Year. Gives it to Gulsdeck, and Gulsdeck dances into the Dewsbury line, and he's wrapped up 5 shy of the Bulls line in front of the Ruler Lane terracing stand side. The sun blazing down. Dewsbury leading 8-6, looking for a second try. Teenby is going to be wrapped up 5 shy, centre field in front of the sticks. Ward has options to the left, to the right. tries to go past Scott Moore, gives it to Kane to Guzdick wrapped up ball and all by Keys. Last tackle, Dewsbury too shy of the Bradford line. They're floating out back to the 10. Crossfield kick by Kane. There's pandemonium. Crooks has got it. Crooks spills it. Over the line it goes. Chance gone begging for the Rams. Bulls 6, Rams 8. And it's going to go back to the 20 for McCarney. And McCarney taps it once again on the 20. It will be the 0 tackle. And here goes Campbell. Well, that's surely got to be a flop there on Johnny Campbell. He'll get to the feet on tackle number 1. 10 shy of halfway. They come back down the middle now. Here's the Frenchman. Leroy is wrapped up 2 metres shy of the halfway line on the second tackle. They come towards its main stand side. Roach to Oakes, to Ryan. Ryan's away, applying the afterburners. Support back on the inside from Ross Oakes, and Ross Oakes is gone down, too shy of the line. It's a quick play of the ball. The Rams are stretched if the Bulls can get it there. It goes to Lilly. Lilly though, beats 1, beats 2, steps back on, passes on the inside to Keys. Keys to Murray. Murray to the line! Danny Murray, like Robin Hood's arrow, splicing the apple, gives the Bulls the lead. It's Bulls 10, Rams 8. Game back on an onsel. What a try that was. Bulls kept the ball alive. They went from the left to the right. There was about 15 passes there. A delightful on the eye.
It was very entertaining try, and the way to beat this Dewsbury Rams side, they're a bit ponderous, they're a bit leaden foot, they're a big unit, they want to suck you down the middle, and the way to beat them is to use the football, is use the width of the field. The Bradford Bulls through the pivot of Moore and Lilly are doing that superbly. Great breakdown this side by the quality and class of Oakes and Ethan Ryan. It went back in the middle, and I tell you what, this kid's going to be a great player. This Murray impresses me. He's a future international prop forward because he runs them onto the ball very, very hard. But what he does that I like very much is he runs into the ball when there's a gap there. He doesn't run at the man. He did that. He backed himself. Great player, this young Murray, and I think we'll see a lot more from him. But the way to beat Dewsbury today is via the field, using the field, run the legs off them. A man, you'll hear me say this 1,000 times, a man cannot run as quick as cannot go as quick as a football, cannot go as quick as a pass. If the pass beats a man and goes into the gap and you run onto it, you will score tries. Great stuff. And is it Keys lining up the kick, Mick?
Joe Keys will attempt the conversion. 5 to the left-hand side of the sticks. Strikes it with the right boot. That one will sail over. And it is the Bradford Bulls 12, the Dewsbury Rams 8. That, incidentally, was Bradford's 32nd try of the season. And what a perler for Daniel Murray in his week-by-week loanee period here at the club. That is first try in Bradford colours, but that was absolutely a perler. Certainly watch the YouTube highlights when the Bulls decide to put out the highlights later on in the week. But yeah, as I said, it literally was like Robin Hood's arrow splitting an apple, going through the Dewsbury defensive line, and nothing that Josh Guzdick could do about that. So Bulls 12, Rams 8, 15 out from half time. The ball, the restart from Sykes. Picked up there by Roach, and Roach goes on a marauding run down this main stand side and he's wrapped up just 20 shy of halfway on tackle number 1. Juggling with a ball there was Magrain. Oakes was in dummy half. It was a poor pass. It was travelling forward, and that's the third error of the afternoon for the Bulls, and immediately they've put themselves under a lot of pressure as Dewsbury kick forward with Kane. But what a tech there from Magrain. It was the free play. They'll come back for the scrum. But yes, Andy Kane, as we said, Hobbo, the former Championship Player of the Year. What a form he's been in the Bulls side. But
oh, he totally has.
The last thing Bradford wanted to do there when the adrenaline's pumped up after a great try from Dan Murray is knock on and let that pressure off, because now the pressure's on the other foot.
That's what Jeff Tuvey and Lee Beattie and co are going to knock out this Bradford Bulls side, and you will expect that because they're playing catch-up football in every game they're playing, Mick. And they're going to stop that because you're then putting the Dewsbury Rams under pressure. Not only scoring a good try, you're outclassing them with the way you score the try. Then you cause a mistake in your own defensive area and give them possession back. They're going to knock that out. It's
the relegation 4-pointer. Bradford 12, Dewsbury 8 from the scrum. They're 20 out from the Bradford line. Quick play the ball. In at dummy half is Anthony Walker. Walker fires it out to Sykes. Sykes to Guzdick. Guzdick on the fast hand side to Crooks. Crooks decides to shut the door and he'll come down the middle, and it's a lateral run, but he's flattened. 20 out there by Dan Murray. So Dewsbury just losing a little bit of momentum there as they're trying to be a little bit too fancy for their own good. But with 14 minutes remaining in this first half, Bradford have a slender 4-point lead. It goes to Teamby in centre field, to Sykes, to Kane, to Guzdeck. Guzdeck on the angle, offloads the ball despite the attention of Oakes and Keys. It is in possession with Walshaw, and he's going to be wrapped up on top of the Bradford line. It is the fifth and last tackle. Walker in at dummy half. It's been picked up on the line. Picked off on the line, by Scott Moore. And Scott Moore has possession back for the Bulls. And here goes Johnny Campbell. He takes an air shot, swinging arm from Teamby. Referee says play on. That is tackle 1. And the Bulls are 20 shy of the halfway line. Coming forward, it's his with McCarney. McCarney, though, his run's extinguished. 15 shy of halfway. Second tackle gone. Moore back in at dummy half. Gives it there to Leroy, and Leroy's wrapped up 5 shy of halfway in a 2-man tackle by Walker and Stringer. Here come the Bulls out to Roach. Roach wrapped up by Moore, or should I say by Brown and Barnes, and the ironic cheers in the background is going to be a penalty to the Bulls. Their 5th of the afternoon after Dewsbury had strayed offside, and that'll explain why there were so many Dewsbury players bringing down Colton Roach, and it will give the Bulls a chance via Lilly, who will find touch. 35 out from the Dewsbury line. It is Bulls 12, Rams 8, tapped by Oakes. Oakes along the line to Keys. Keys to Murray. Murray's wrapped up 25 out. Tackle number 1 gone. Moore in at dummy half. Short pass there to Kirk. Kirk's just come on the field, and Liam Kirk with a barnstorming run. 10 shy of the Dewsbury line. Bradford leading by 4 in this huge match at Odsall. It goes to Lilly. Lilly to Leroy. Leroy to the former London man McCarney. And McCarney is wrapped up 2 metres in from the far stand side. They're going to go lateral across the face of the post. Joshua Jordan-Roberts to Lilly. Can Keys get there? The ball has just gone dead, and it's been tapped dead by Alex Brown. And that was Jordan Lilly at his best. Keys had called for the kick behind the line, and just in the nick of time to save Dewsbury's bacon was Alex Brown. He palmed the ball dead. Goal line dropout coming up. Bulls 12, Rams 8. We've got 12 minutes to go to half-time, Hobbo. This is turning into a real arm wrestle.
It is an arm wrestle. It's a footballing side at the moment versus a side with slightly bigger pack and a slightly bit more go forward on the carries. But I think the Bulls are coming into this. I think they're getting on top of Dewsbury now. I think in the second half you'll see the Bulls pull away. Good entertaining stuff from the Bulls, but Dewsbury making a real fight of it because they're not in a good place. They're not quite where they want to be. The Bradford Bulls are going to keep the mistakes to a minimum. Just think about what they're doing that little bit more. And that was a great carry there from Amari Caro.
Amari Caro just come on the field. First taste of Championship football in 2017. And he's going to be used in the second row. You feel he's brought down 20 out. Quick tech there by Kirk. Moore beats 1, beats 2. A short deft pass there to Leroy, and Leroy's wrapped up on the third tackle, just shy of that Dewsbury Rams try line. They're inching closer. Liam Kirk is over the line. Scott Moore says it's down. Referee Hewer says no try. Held up, so tenacious Dewsbury defence has upended the young prop, and Kirk will go back to the 10, and he'll play the ball in centre field. It's Moore out to Lilly. Lilly to Campbell, and Campbell's wrapped up. This will be the 5th and last. Bradford 20 to the right hand side of the post, 10 out. Bullet pass on the reverse from Lilly. They're going on the short stand side. The kick from Lee Smith, and he just looking to feed in McCarney at the corner, but Guzdeck was on hand. He dropped to his knees and just dived on the ball and recovered possession for the Dewsbury Rams. We have 10 minutes to go to half time, and it is tight and tense, just as we expected it to be. It is a real West Yorkshire thriller, a relegation 4-pointer. Bradford no victory will close the gap to just 4 points on the winless Rams. If Dewsbury win, it will be +8, and instead of going up Claydon Heights for a stroll, it will be like climbing Mount Everest. So Dewsbury just shy of the halfway line, 15 metres out to the left hand side. There's options there for Walker. Walker finds Kane. Kane along the line to Glover, and Glover's just going to drive forward, drops his shoulder and drops to the floor, just shy of the halfway line over on the far stand side. It is the last tackle. It goes to Sykes. Sykes is trying to find touch on the far stand side in front of the touchdown and the scoreboard, but the old Speedway corners come back to haunt him, and it will be a cool, kind, composed pick up by Campbell, and he'll play the ball 10 out from his own line in centre field after a lateral run that slid the Dewsbury defence back across towards the main stand side. It'll be Ethan Ryan at dummy half. gives it there to McCarney, and McCarney is wrapped up. Looking to get involved here, Ilias McCarney. He's still going forward, 15 shy of halfway. Here goes Joe Keys down centre field. It's come off a Dewsbury hand. That's a harsh call against Joe Keys. Come on, referee. Come on, Gareth Fewer. That was pulled out by a Dewsbury arm, and he's going to give head and feet to Dewsbury. 5 inside the Bulls half with 9 minutes remaining in this first half. That's a shocking call from Gareth Fewer, and he will add an extra one to the Bulls.
Well, to be fair, the Kelly was a little bit loose from Joe Keys. He needs to chuck it back into his ribs that little bit more, but it was pulled out. There's no two ways about it. The
onus is on the ball carrying arm, Mark, but as you say, once you see that striping action to reef that ball out, that should have been played on. I'm not happy with that call.
No.
But the Provident scoreboard says Bulls 12, Rams 8. As we said, we're not sure just how hot it is out there, but it'll be about 20 degrees on that pitch with all that energy and all that running, but it is a dry track. And now Bradford from the scrum are offside. And the referee is going to give a penalty. In fact, there was a tackle, incidentally, so it isn't a differential penalty. It is a penalty, 40 out. And they're not going to go for the 2 points.
I thought they're going to go for that.
They're going to tap it and go.
And get the ball back, but there you go.
8 minutes to go at half-time, a crucial period in this first half. Walker floats one along the line to Glover. Glover tries to get past Leroy and Lilly. He's wrapped up just 20 out to the left-hand side of the sticks from that Bradford Bulls try line. It's a short, flat-looking ball there from Walker to Teenby, and Teenby is wrapped up. 10 out now for the Dewsbury Rams, looking for their second try as Sykes tries to go in on his own, and he's wrapped up. 2 out from the Bulls line on tackle number 4. They're 15 to the left-hand side of the sticks. Across the face of the post they will come as it goes with Kane. Kane gives it there to Guzdeck, and Guzdeck is wrapped up by Campbell, Leroy and Kirk. Last tackle, says referee Gareth Fewer. Right arm raised in the blazing sun. Quick play the ball. It goes to Sykes. Dewsbury are in at the corner. It's a try. Lee Smith and McCarney's tackling efforts going vain. And I'm not sure who scored it, but I believe it's potentially Dale Morton in at the corner. And Dewsbury have locked this one up at 12 points apiece, and I think it's Jason Crooks, incidentally. So Crooks coming back to haunt his former club with 2 tries, and it's 12 points apiece, 7 minutes to go at half-time. Not what the Bulls wanted.
Mistake from the referee, perhaps. Penalty given away, giving Dewsbury possession. They decide to give the ball some air. They've sussed out now that this wide Oxford pitch, great service to run on, is probably the best way to defeat the Bradford Bulls. The ball went through several pairs of hands. You've got to question McCartney's defensive effort there. You've got to question that. He planted his feet, he didn't even make an attempt to go for the man. I would think you'll see him come off and replacement gun, because that's what I do, quite frankly. And, because they're getting in at that corner, they're confident. It wasn't even running at pace, that try there. It was running off a good movement from left to right foot and good balance of the bodywork there from the Dewsbury player. But you can't allow decisions like that. And now we've got real game on. Bradford just going to sleep for the last 5 minutes, not concentrating, giving away too many penalties. I need to get back into the arm wrestle and get back on top of this Dewsbury Rams side. There'll be a lot of points scored in this game. I thought there might be, and it's going to go either way. It could go either way. To use one of your pieces of phraseology, too close to call. I'm going to call it, because I always do, Mick. When I get it right, I get it wrong. I think the Bradford Bulls are just going to edge it, but they're going to have to cut the mistakes out.
Well, people during the week, they were saying to me, "Oh, we're going to win easy, mate." I've said all week long, I am nervous. Easy. This is the cup final mentality. Yes, we're at Odsall on a sort of warm spring afternoon in front of 5,000 people. But to me, you could be at Wembley or Old Trafford in front of 70,000. That's the mentality you need to apply to these games.
Well, isn't that going to be the problem? The pressure the players are under, because virtually every week's going to be like that.
Well, certainly the next 3 weeks. Paul Sykes taking an eternity to get this conversion attempt underway. Emily Ali Wall says, "Oh my dear God, if only I could actually see this." Well, let me tell you, that try from Dan Murray was special, and I'm sure the Bulls will be editing that tomorrow morning and putting it out on Twitter and Facebook. But Paul Sykes, with 6.5 minutes to go to half-time, a chance to give Dewsbury back the lead. We've already seen 2 tries apiece. We've seen Wilkinson and Murray for the Bulls, and we've seen a brace of Bobby Dazzlers for Crooks. Sykes, though, this from the far stand touchline, strikes it with a left boot. It's hanging, and it's there. And Dewsbury retake the lead. It's the Bulls 12, the Rams 14. 6 minutes out from half-time. And I think the Bradford Bulls need to sort of engage in that edge defence, Mark, because...
Well, the edge defence on that far side is non-existent. It's poor. And that's going to be sorted out. It's there for everybody to see. I hate to criticise anybody, particularly live on air, but that is there for everybody to see. That has got to be beefed up. It's going to be sorted out. There's going to be more commitment in the tackle, and
from the restart,
come on,
Lily has gone high but short. It's going to bounce down on the 20, and it bounces up to Walshaw, and Scott Moore has gone straight over the top and cleaned out Lucas Walshaw, and it is a penalty to the Dewsbury Rams, and that is their 4th of the afternoon, and it's awarded 15 out from their own try line, so a little bit of excitement potentially there from Scott Moore's game. But all these penalties and errors for the Bulls are helping Dewsbury, because it is Dewsbury with having the ball, and we'll try and get some half-time stats for you from our resident stato, Mr. Lance Dulac. He'll certainly tell us what the possession and the completion rates are, but certainly Dewsbury, I think, just on top of this one. 5 out from the halfway line, and they'll go over halfway with Walker. We've got 5 minutes remaining, and it's Dewsbury with a slender 2-point lead after wrestling it back from the Bulls. Here goes Guzdick down the middle, wrapped up by Caro and Moore, but Guzdick's allowed to offload in the tackle, and it goes there to Barnes, and Barnes storming rung down that left-hand edge. He's wrapped up, 20 out from the Bradford try line. So Anthony Walker for the Rams in at dummy half gives it to Sykes. Sykes back down that middle channel to Spicer, and Spicer's wrapped up in a 2-man tackle led there by Kirk and Jordan Roberts. Last tackle, the 10 out from the line. Kane's probing, the flat looking ball there to Aaron Howlett, the Dewsbury loose forward, sees him wrapped up there by Roach and Keys, and Bradford live to fight another day. It is Bulls 12, Rams 14 on the Provident scoreboard. 4 minutes remaining, and Bradford are 90 metres away from that Dewsbury line. Caro gets to his feet, plays the ball. Lee Smith with ball in hand is being very quiet this afternoon.
He has been very quiet,
and
Lee Smith.
He's wrapped up, 20 out from his own try line. Goes out from Lily to McCarney on that right hand edge in front of the popular stand side, and that's 20 shy of halfway. They're going on the short stand side. It goes back on that blind stand side, with Lee Smith, and the former Harry Sunderland winner. He's wrapped up 5 shy of halfway, and he's come down rather gingerly there, and he's dumped unceremoniously, and the referee Gareth Ewer will stop the clock. The supporters on the far stand side in the sun, short sleeve crowd, as the referee speaks to the touch judge. Lee Smith's down in a lot of pain, and he's just going to speak to the touch judge there, is Gareth Ewer, and I think he's going to say that there's nothing wrong with the tackle. We'll see what the decision is, but Lee Smith just getting up a little bit groggily. The clock has been stopped, 3.5 remaining, and Gareth Ewer's happy with that.
Well, I tell you what, I wonder what rugby league learning school Gareth Ewer went to, because I've seen him penalise the Bulls for slaps across the lower chest, and somebody was dumped to the ground there from shoulder, and he's let that go give away. I'm absolutely amazed at that, absolutely amazed.
Well, from the resulting play the ball, it goes from Scott Moore to Keys to Magrin, and Magrin has lost the ball on the halfway line, not what the Bulls wanted. The 6th error in this first half from the Bradford Bulls, and it will be scrum, head and feed to Dewsbury and Glenn Morrison's side. And let's not forget Dewsbury missing Toby Adamson, Luke Adamson, Tony Tonks, Brad Foster, Aaron Brown, Tom Hemingway, Dom Speakman. There is a plethora of injury casualties for Glenn Morrison, but let's not forget missing for the Bulls Ross Peltier, who we'll hear at half time, Leon Price, who's out with a cold, Oscar Thomas, James Mendeka and James Bentley. James Bentley not risked after he suffered concussion against Featherstone, so you suspect James Bentley will be back next week for the short trip across the M62 to Bowerfold, where Oldham and Scott Naylor lie in wait. Perhaps justice perceived, as from the scrum it goes from Sykes to Kane, and Kane has dropped the ball cold. Amari Caro gives him a gentle pat on the back, and it will be scrum, head and feed to the Bulls. And that is Dewsbury's 6th error. So almost even Stevens on the tries, the kicks, the penalties and the errors. It is certainly a grandstand finish to the end of this first half, because with 3 minutes remaining, the Bulls have a full set of 6 inside the Dewsbury half, and it's going to be Keys who puts the ball in. Moore takes it out, ball in hand with Lily. Lily to Laroya brought down by Spicer and Stringer, just to the right hand side of the Dewsbury uprights, and it's a penalty to the Bradford Bulls after Rob Spicer strips the ball 2-on-1. The 45 out, they won't go for 2, they're going to go for a try, and with 2.5 minutes remaining, Bradford 12, Dewsbury 14. They're going to tap the ball. 5 out. Here goes Smith. Smith to Moore, to Magrin on the angle like a wrecking ball, wrapped up, 2 shy of the line. It's not Magrin, it's Roach, apologies. He's going to get to his feet, is Roach. It goes to Moore, bullet pass to Lilly, probing pass to Keys. Keys is easily wrapped up there. They lost the momentum, the Bulls.
Too slow.
Keys is wrapped up on tackle number 3. It goes from Moore. Moore down the middle channel to Roberts. Jordan Roberts is going to be wrapped up to the left-hand side of the sticks. The Bulls looking for a strike. Are they going to get it? Oh, it's been picked up there by Alex Brown. They were looking to feed in Oakes and Ryan on this main-stand side. And up come the former Batley man, Alex Brown, and he took the ball in the breadbasket and he was brought down 10 out from his own line. And here he is, up to the Dewsbury 25, so 90 seconds remaining. Bradford potentially might just have a full set of 6, but a chance gone begging, a huge chance. Bradford slightly lacking a little bit of cohesion and composure, but then again it is another changed side with 7 players returning from last week. Sykes with a flat ball to Teamby, he's wrapped up in a 2-man tackle. Colton Roach going through a lot of work in defence. He's aided and abetted by Caro. It is the last tackle. The 10 shy of halfway. It goes back to the Dewsbury 40 with Sykes. Sykes on the diagonal. Finds Ethan Ryan on this main stand side. 20 out from his own line. And now Ethan Ryan is caught high with a bell ringer. And the referee's going to say that's a penalty to the Bradford Bulls as Hamish Barnes has gone high on Ethan Ryan. And it's a penalty to the Bulls with 50 seconds remaining. They've got to get a spurt on because the clock is ticking down. Keys is going to find touch on the halfway line. So what can Bradford do? BCB 106.6 FM, Mick Gledel, Mark Hobson, we've got Ross Peltier answering your tweets at half time. Can the Bulls go in back in front? Caro takes tackle number 1, 45 out from the Dewsbury line. It goes from Moore to Jordan Robertson. Jordan Roberts is wrapped up on the second. There's 30 seconds remaining. Bradford trailing by 2 points. It goes out to Lilly, to Leroyer to Campbell, and Johnny Campbell's wrapped up by 3. Eager Dewsbury defenders, and Johnny Campbell has come up with the error, and with 18 seconds remaining it will be a scrum head and feed to the Dewsbury Rams, who are going to run and force time off from Gareth Ewer. So perhaps Glenn Morrison has got instructions that it will be a kick and chase from the Rams. The Bulls have to watch this. 12 seconds remaining, the clock's off. The scrum 30 out from the Dewsbury line, 20 shy of halfway, and there's a bit of a conference call there between Sykes and Kane. They're just deciding what they're going to do. They're going to go for a Hail Mary at the end of this first half. Out of dummy half it goes. They're just going to take the tackle. That is Anthony Walker, and with 5 seconds remaining, the hooter is just about to sound, although they'll get one last play of the ball.
Maybe not. No.
And that is half time. The tackle completed, although the referee says play on. Here comes Dewsbury with Sykes. Grubber kick through to Campbell. Can Campbell do something for the Bulls? Picks it up on his own 40, trying to evade the Dewsbury defenders. He can't. He's lost 10 metres in the process. He'll take the tackle 30 out from his own line, and that is half time. A frenetic half. Campbell picks up the pass. He's got 90 metres to go in front of him. He's got Farrell chasing him. Campbell's gonna go. It's the home run. Go Johnny, go. Campbell's over. Try number 6 for the Bradford Bulls, and potentially the game. Moore, it goes back to Thomas. Thomas to win it. Thomas with a drop goal. Jack Smith says yes. Well, welcome to the Big Match Live, brought to you by Provident Financial, supporting Bull supporters home and away. It's Mick Gledel, Mark Hobson, and at half-time it was the Bradford Bulls 12, Dewsbury Rams 14. It still is, as Bradford have got first use of the ball at this second half. And it is Colton Roach taking the Bulls up to halfway, and it is going to be an early penalty to the Bradford Bulls because Dewsbury are offside. So Bradford now winning that penalty count. 8-5 on the count, and it will be Jordan Lilly to find touch over on the far stand side. Half-time scores, it was Batley 24, Oldham 0, Featherstone 12, Toulouse 22. It's Hulkeston Rovers 8, Halifax 14. So Hulkeston Rovers, unbeaten start to the season, is on the line. It's London 6, Rochdale 8, and Swinton 8, Sheffield 10. Back here at Odsall, the Bulls trailing 14 points to 12, and it is going to be Liam Kirk who has a strong drive, and he's brought down 10 out from the Dewsbury line. line. From left to right they go. Bullet pass from Lilly to Leroy. Is it going to be adjudged forward? Well, in fact, Leroy has spilled the ball, so that's Bradford's 7th error, and another chance gone begging Hobbo. You know, the kick-off comes, they've just had instructions from Tuve, beat it, they win the penalty, and 3 tackles on top of the Dewsbury line. All the pressure that they've done has just come to nothing because the bullet pass from Lilly to Leroy has been spilled.
Well, the trouble is that Dewsbury have got people like Paul Sykes and Andy Kane and Stringer and Robbie Ward who will all capitalise on those mistakes you make, and they can't afford to do that. It is a little bit symptomatic of a side like the Bradford Bulls, given the situation they're in, having to change their units week in, week out, where you don't get the same people playing in the same positions week in, week out, and that's going to be a problem for them, but they're going to overcome it on the training field, and they're going to get back into this game in the next 10 minutes. I think if they put Dewsbury to the sword, then Dewsbury will capitulate and run out of steam, but so far Dewsbury are getting the ball back in good field position down the central channel, and they're getting more meterage with their go forward, quite frankly.
Yeah, Glenn Morrison had 4 forwards on the interchange bench, and on the last tackle, as Paul Sykes slips under the dry, dusty Odsall pitch, just gets his kick away in time on the angle, and it will be fielded by Johnny Campbell, 20 out from his own line over on the far stand side. So that'll be Amari Caro on tackle number 2. He's wrapped up, 25 out from his own line, 10 in from the far stand side. Keys in at dummy half to McCarney. McCarney's going to be wrapped up in a 3-man Dewsbury tackle, and he's dragged to the turf there by Walker and Spicer. And McCarney, to his credit, still having that forward momentum. Here come the Bulls on the far stand side. It's with Ross Oakes to Ethan Ryan, who kicked it forward, and it's another error from the Bulls. You know, they're almost playing kamikaze style rugby league football. There's still 36 minutes remaining, Mark. There's no need to do that. You're trailing by 2.
Well, there isn't, but that was a fantastic break by Oakes, and he completely outpaced the Dewsbury defence, outfoxed them, and he got that little bit of an overlap on. There's a little bit of work to do, and he forced it. He'd been better off going down with the football and playing the tackle again. That's the trouble with playing catch-up football at a young age, and in your mind you've got to, you're 12 points, well, you're not 12 points adrift, you're on -6, but you know that it's drummed into you that every week you're going to win the game to claw those points back. So every opportunity that comes, you're going to try and score, you're going to try and force the pass to make an overlap to get the points, to get in front, etc, etc, etc. But that was classy centre 3/4 play, good footwork from Oakes, good positional play, got himself into the right space, sprinted away 20 metres. Ryan just wasn't quite on it and didn't quite wasn't able to take the pass as we thought, and there's a knock-on handover to Dewsbury. Just letting Dewsbury straight back in the game. If the Bulls continue doing this all game, all Dewsbury will do is say thank you very much and use the possession to create their own points and win the game.
Well, from the scrum, as there was a bit of a delay getting proceedings back underway, as Joshua Jordan-Roberts has gone off with a bit of an injury, so on will come Wilkinson for him. Dewsbury win there. 7th penalty of the afternoon, laying on the tackle, and it's Wilkinson again. A little bit of a naivety there from the youngster, you feel, as referee Hewer certainly stamping his mark in at the ruck, and it will be a penalty. And Sykes looked towards Glenn Morrison on the far stand side, just to the right hand side of the dugout, and he said, did the roll action. Sykes thought about going for 2. It is Bradford 12, Dewsbury 14, and they're attacking the South Bank side in the South Bank stand in the second half. They're in centre field. Walker in at dummy half, floats it out to Kane. Kane takes the Bulls line on down the middle as he feeds in Teamby. Teamby's wrapped up 10 shy of the line. Walker's impeded by Campbell. It's another set of 6 to the Dewsbury Rams because Johnny Campbell palmed the ball as Walker was looking to pass in centre field to Teamby, and it is another scrum for the Dewsbury Rams, and it's another error for the Bulls, the 9th thus far. The completion rates, incidentally, in the first half, 71 apiece, so nothing between these two sides, and it's showing on the scoreboard, but more pressure for the Bulls to absorb here. We've got 5 minutes gone in this second half. It's still Bulls 12, Rams 14. The pass comes out to Sykes. Sykes trying to dance his way to the line. He can't get anywhere. That's shut there by Roach and Leroy, and he'll get to his feet, will Paul Sykes, just to the left-hand side of the sticks. It goes from Walker. Walker to Owlett. Owlett's wrapped up on the second tackle. Roach again coming in with Campbell and Kirk. work. They're literally a metre shy of the line. They speed the ball out towards the 10. They're going over in the far stand side. A bit of a forward pass there to Alex Brown. It was Guzdick to Brown. The referee and touch judge looked at each other and let play continue. Dewsbury have possession, 10 out from the line as it goes there from Kane towards Seo, and Seo underneath the sticks is wrapped up on his back. He'll be held up. Tenacious tackling from the Bulls. He'll go back to the 10, and the pressure is still counting here on the Bulls. We've had 7 minutes of the second half. This will be tackle number 4. The 10 out. It goes from Walker to Sykes. Sykes to Crooks. Crooks with a very flat looking pass. This will be the 5th and last for the Rams. They're 5 out from the Bradford line. It goes out from Walker. Walker to Kane. Crossfield kick. Looking for Grant and Brown's going to touch it down. It was palmed back there by Hamish Barnes, and Barnes palmed it back, and Brown has got the 3rd try for the Rams, and it's Bulls 12, Rams 18. Sykes with a pressure kick to give him an 8-point lead.
Well, we're not able to cope with the kicks from the top into the air, are we? The centres and wingers just aren't calling out, talking to each other. That was a well-weighted kick by Andy Kane on the last tackle for the Dewsbury Rams over to the right-hand side. It came down, it didn't go particularly high. All you're going to do is put a name on it, you're going to jump high, get your arms and legs in the way, try and create something so the Dewsbury Ram can't get to it. It bounced out of play, and the Dewsbury Ram player, it come off a Bradford Bull player, then a Dewsbury Ram player pounced on it, touched it down, and that's not good news. But that was bound to come, because the amount of pressure that Dewsbury Rams have had, the amount of ball they've had handed back to them through penalties or errors, it was bound to come at some stage. And I think now the pendulum has swung the other way. I think the Bradford Bulls aren't looking good. They're flat-footed, they're leaden weight, there's no enthusiasm, defence is poor. I think now the Bradford Bulls are going to have to really come with the hour, come with the man. So he's going to have to get a grip of this game by the scruff of the neck. There's no Leon Price out there, and boy are they missing his guidance around the field today. Because Dewsbury now are in the ascendancy. You can bet your bottom dollar that Sykes will convert this, I'm sure, even though it's a difficult one. I hope he doesn't, for the Bradford Bulls' sake. But not good today, looking disjointed, looking raggy, and not looking physical. This is a physical game, and the Dewsbury pack, quite frankly, have steamrolled over the top of the Bradford pack, and that's not good for me.
Well, Leon Price mentioned in his captain's log this week that the players are constantly training the bodies to prepare for what happens on a match day, knowing that the current situation is a mental distraction. But, you know, certainly Jeff Tuvili-Beattie will not be happy with the way the Bulls have conducted themselves. Certainly a low completion rate and another high error count this afternoon. 9 thus far as Kane targeted Oakes.
To be fair to Andy Kane, he's played very well, hasn't he? He's
Sykes,
played very, very well.
Pressure kick. It's looking good, although it's just going to go to the face of the post and waved away. So Sykes, he is human after all. 3 from 4.
Kicking
Bradford 12, Dewsbury 18. The gap is only 6.
I think if he'd have kicked that, I thought the pendulum was swinging the other way. That might now just give the Bulls the because it's only a score and a conversion to get level. But it's not that. It's about what they're doing on the field. The Bradford Bulls now must take control of this game. Must totally take control of this game by getting back to what they're doing in the between minute 15 and about 10 minutes from half time.
Jordan Lilly will tee the ball up on the halfway line. It's a bit of a dusty Odsal track. You couldn't make it up. Last week we were calling for Noah's Ark. Now we're calling for the monsoon. Very dry, humid, energy sapping afternoon at Odsal as Lilly's restart is drilled along the line, and Dewsbury will come back at this Bradford Bulls defensive line. 10 out from their own try line as Roach and Wilkinson in a 2-man tackle. Here goes Walshaw down the middle. Walshaw is caught high. Penalty count locked up at 8 penalties apiece. And this Gareth Ewers is pointing to the Frenchman Kevin Leroy now for going high. And this is a penalty to Dewsbury. 20 out from their own line. And Sykes will find touch. And they're going to have another set of 6 inside the Bradford half. Bulls 12, Rams 18.
How are you going to win a rugby league game, Mick, when you haven't got the ball? You can't. It's impossible. You know, the pill is golden, as we used to say, and you're going to keep the pill, and the Bradford Bulls just aren't keeping the pill. I think Gareth Ewers not helping the cause. How do you bring Lucas Walshaw down when he's 6'8"? He's a tall guy, you know. So I think they can feel themselves a little bit unluckily done to there, but that's it. That's the name of the game.
Dewsbury, 10 inside the Bradford half on the 3rd tackle. Just to the right-hand side of centre field. It is going to be Walker in at dummy half. He's going to go down the middle with Owlett, and Owlett's wrapped up just shy of the Bulls 20 on the 4th. Options to the left. They're going on the blind side in front of the terracing stand side. Kane kicks forward for himself, but that's good play there by Liam Kirk. He stood tall and took that kick in the face, juggled with it and took it down, and the Bulls have possession. And now the Bulls fans are telling Gareth Fewer he's got to police the 10 metres. Out of dummy half will go Ross Oakes, and he's now going to be penalised for a high tackle as Dale Morton has gone high on Ross Oakes, 25 out from his own line. So it's getting a little bit scrappy and a little bit disjointed.
Well, that's because the referee's not doing a good job. There were 8 Dewsbury players at least a metre in front of the referee at that play of the ball. That is poor, very unprofessional, amateur-like rugby league football. And that's because the referee's allowing it to happen. Dewsbury will milk that all day long if they think they can get away with it.
Bradford, their 9th penalty of the afternoon. 25 out from the Dewsbury line, trailing by 6 here in the relegation 4-pointer. Lilly tries to show and go, wrapped up 18 out. Quick play the ball. Campbell from dummy half. Campbell has McCartney outside him, finds McCartney. McCartney, though, is swarmed upon by 3 Dewsbury Ram defenders. 10 shy of the Dewsbury line. 5 in from this main stand side. The touch just has to shield his eyes from the sun as the Bulls looking to get back in this game. Here goes Leroy. Leroy wrapped up on the last tackle to the right hand side of the sticks. There's still 10 out in centre field. It goes from Lilly to Keys.
Better.
Keys finds the support. Amari Caro touches down, plugs it down one-handed, and the Bulls are back in this one. It's 16 points to 18. A pressure kicking kick from Joe Keys coming up. 10 out from the fast-hand side. That's more like it from the Bulls, almost.
That's how you beat Dewsbury, and why don't they do that more often? It goes down to Lilly in the middle. Best piece of work from Joe Keys I've seen for a long time.
Well, that was somewhat special. On his return, we said in the pre-match, Amari Caro had scored 23 tries in 20 appearances under Jimmy Lowes and Rowan Smith last year, and he's got his first of the season on his return to action following his injury, and it will be a pressure kick from Joe Keys, yet to miss this afternoon. And this is where you earn your money, Hobbo.
This is where you earn your money. Going back to what I was saying there, I think we just lost a little bit there in the broadcast wire. And Keys threw 2 dummies, 1-2 in quick succession. Half a dummy, bang, bang, bang. It threw the Dewsbury defence, slipped it out, into the gap was Caro. You won't stop Caro from 10 metres out, you've got no chance. Superb.
Joe Keys here, Hobbo, to lock it up. He's just missed it.
Oh, what a shame.
Bulls 16, Rams 18.
If they can play that type of football, playing from the pivots with runners, running at the Dewsbury line, making the ball look, they can beat this Dewsbury side. The pendulum did swing the other way. If they keep their errors out now, they can beat this Dewsbury side by playing like that. It's fleet of foot and speed of hand that'll beat this Dewsbury side. Not down the central channel. They won't win the arm wrestle, the Bradford Bulls. They are not experienced and strong enough to do that.
Maricaro there is showing brute force, like a second row forward. He's actually playing second row in this second half.
Well, I think it's an ideal player to have off the bench, Mick, and even starting he's playing well enough because he can play. I think he can play in the forwards in this league and play in the backs as well. He's got the speed and the brute power.
Paul Sykes' restart taken by Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan is going to
Johnny.
find Johnny Campbell. Campbell finds McCartney. McCartney applies the afterburners. McCartney still going. Elias McCartney is going to go 90 metres on the restart. The Bulls take the lead. It's 20 points to 18. Someone slapped me. Am I dreaming? No, I'm not. Johnny Campbell took the entire Dewsbury line on, found the support there from Elias McCartney, and it was a valiant backtrack by Brandon Douglas, but Douglas couldn't get McCartney. It's the Bulls 20, the Rams 18. Kick to come from underneath the stick. That has brought the house down.
You can't coach pace, you can't coach power. Johnny Campbell, who's been one of the Bradford Bulls' better players from the full-back position, he set off on a run. He knew where he was going. He knew what he was doing. This is what Glenn Morrison was worried about during the week. They'd worked on what they call the groundwork to cover the ground quick enough. But if you're not quick enough to catch a man that runs faster than you, you've got no chance. He broke away. He ran. Johnny go, Johnny. And he got to about the 40-metre mark. McCartney was there. McCartney sprinted The good thing that McCartney did there, atoning for the defensive lapse in the first half, he pinned his ears back. McCartney didn't look backwards once. That's the mark of somebody who knows he's going to score a try. He sprinted round the touchline side, down the whitewash, back round the back of the Dewsbury fence. That will knock the heart and soul out of Dewsbury Rams. That will knock the heart and soul out of them. If you get right, because they were on top a little bit for the previous quarter of an hour. If you can get back in the faces now and score on the track, Dewsbury will give in. Mark my words.
Joe Keys from in front, 10 metres out from the sticks, in front of the Ruler Lane terracing. Looks at the ball, meticulous in his setup, straight over the red, amber and black dot, and Bradford have a 4-point lead. They've scored 10 points in 90 seconds. Amari Caro with his first try on return to action, backed up by one from the restart, Ilias McCartney, and Johnny Campbell creating that one. Give credit to Ethan Ryan as well, taking Sykes' restart in the sun, and he realised
because the sun is in the Bradford Bulls' eyes.
Stretched. Well, Bradford 22, Dewsbury 18. Sykes goes to Ethan Ryan once more. I don't think they're going to go for another length of the field effort. It's a bit of composed play as it goes to Dan Murray, and Murray is going to be wrapped up, who's just come on, fresh legs for the Bulls, although they do have a spring in the step. Amari Caro is brought down by 3 Dewsbury players, and he's penalised there. Referee Hugh was saying Amari Caro couldn't get to his feet, but Murray wins the penalty. That's the 10th penalty that the Bulls have been awarded. Another high penalty count, 18 thus far, 10-8 to the Bulls, and Dewsbury perhaps just rattled here and losing their composure, but the Bulls could do with another quick try. It's 22-18, it's still too close for comfort. Oakes is going to tap it 5 shy of the halfway line as it goes down this middle channel. Liam Kirk gets to his feet. Scott Moore out of dummy half, finds Caro. Flick pass on to Oakes. Oakes is brought down, 25 out from the Dewsbury line. There's Moore messing around at the play of the ball. Oakes gets to his feet. Moore to Murray. Murray striding forward. Takes 4 Dewsbury defenders out of that defensive line. This is the 4th tackle, and they're 15 out from that Dewsbury line to the left-hand side of the sticks. It goes from Lilly. Reverse pass on the inside to Campbell. Campbell driving forward, a constant fawn in this Dewsbury side, and he's going to quickly get up to Moore, back to Murray. Murray trying to crash over the line. Has he got the ball down? The crowd on the feet. The referee will stop the clock and he's going to say last tackle. Murray gets to his feet, plays the ball. It goes out from Lilly. Lilly to Smith. Smith for McCartney. McCartney's getting in there. Yes, he can. Ilias McCartney has packed another. It's 3 tries in 4 minutes for the Bulls. What is happening as the Bulls further in front? 26 points to 18. Lee Smith has been very quiet, but he's just orchestrated in a perler. He realised that Crooks was out of position and he just peppered one behind the line on the power play, and Ilias McCartney showing that speed that he showed in the capital for the London Broncos has got his 2nd in the match and his 4th of the season. Bulls 26, Rams 18.
Well, that was a great try by this McCartney, ably assisted by the Speedway corner where the back ball bounced and come back in for him. But a lot of work to do there for McCartney. He's a great attacking player, fabulous offensively, and he doesn't even look backwards. He knows he's going for the ball. But it was started off by a fabulous pass from John Lilly. It cut out 3 Dewsbury players, and then the kick through from Smith, and McCartney did all the work. Fabulous play. Again, Glenn Morrison was saying to me during the week he was worried about the young speedy legs of the Bradford Bulls using the width of this pitch. He trained his Dewsbury side against that, but it's very difficult. It's one thing training against it, it's one thing having to try and stop it. And now the pendulum has been stopped by the Bradford Bulls. The Dewsbury go forward pendulum has been stopped, all by the passing, the kicking, the thinking and the running of the younger Bradford Bulls legs on this very, very fast track here at Ortal. Great length of pitch, great width.
Keys from the touchline, he's got the point. It creeps in the right hand upright, and it's an extra 2 points. It's the Bradford Bulls 28, Dewsbury Rams 18. 5 minutes ago, the Bulls were trailing 18-12. They now lead by 10, 16 points in 5 minutes. they're on the roller coaster. They don't want to get off.
Well, they are now, and that's how you beat a team like this, and that's how the Bradford Bulls will have to beat a lot of teams, because Murray stood up. I think Murray's been the best forward for the Bradford Bulls. His ability to belt it into the heart of the Dewsbury defence has been superb. Scott Moore's playing the role of Leon Price. He's controlling things around the ruck area. If Scott Moore was off the field today, I think the Bradford Bulls would be in some sort of trouble. And then you've got Keys, who's coming to it in the second half. He's really playing well.
Murray with a line break from the restart. He's got Guzdick to beat. Guzdick brings him down. Ball and all, they're on tackle free here. The Bulls from the restart, they're looking for more points as it goes out to Moore, to Lilly, to Lee Smith. Lee Smith to bring the house down. Lee Smith crosses the line. That's 20 points in 6 minutes for the Bulls. Unbelievable. It's a 6th try, and Lee Smith has got his first try in the red, amber and black. 32 points to 18. Dewsbury look crestfallen and dejected. The Bulls are running away with this one.
Well, they will
Stay
now.
on that roller coaster.
Well, the pendulum was swinging the other way 10 minutes ago. They stopped the pendulum by playing wide out rugby league football. Lee Smith there, good sight, 15 metres out, shimmy, turned his hips. The gap was there because the gap was created by the pass again from Jordan Lilly. A master craftsman at passing a rugby league football, Jordan Lilly. Lee Smith ran into that. Dewsbury was stretched, they're tired. They're a very big side, they're powerful down the central channel, but they're very weak on the flanks of Dewsbury. They won't be able to defend that. I think Bradford Bulls now could open the floodgates and go on to maybe 50. But superb stuff from Bradford, great attacking football, cutting out the errors and getting in the right position on the field. And now they can enjoy themselves and move on further in front and practice some of those moves that they practiced on the training ground during the week. But, McCartney, Lee Smith, great passing from Jordan Lilly. But that all stemmed from a massive, massive drive into the heart of the Dewsbury defence by Murray. It took 4 Dewsbury players to stop him. They couldn't get off the floor quick enough, so guess what you've got then down the left-hand side of their defence? You've got gaps because there's 4 men sucked into the ruck area. Bradford could see that, Lee Smith could see it, Lilly could see it, and then they exploited that with the extra pace they've got. The one thing this Bradford Bulls side don't lack is youthful exuberance. Keys missing the conversion there.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Joe Keys goes out to 4 from 6, but they won't matter because it's still 32 points to 18 on the Provident scoreboard after 60 minutes. So we're at the hour mark, and it is Bradford 32, Dewsbury 18. They've scored 20 points in 6.5 minutes now, and they've really taken the game away from Dewsbury and put a huge marker down in this relegation 4-pointer. 14 points then, the Bulls lead. Sykes back on halfway with a restart. He's going to go angled and long once again. The ball bounces up kindly for Ethan Ryan. Ethan Ryan back to Murray. Murray, though, this time is going to lose a bit of ground, and he's brought down where he originally took the pass. 10 out from his own line. Out of dummy half goes Moore. Moore up to the Bradford 20. Referee Hewer just making sure Dewsbury are back, and they've not had the ball now for 7 minutes, so they're somewhat dropping off the tackles. They're struggling in the heat. Quick play the ball by Campbell in centre field. They're going to come over on this main stand side again as it goes from Lilly to Leroyer. Leroyer to McCartney, and McCartney 4 tries for the season, a brace this afternoon, and he's brought down 15 shy of halfway. Lee Smith in at dummy half, feeds in Leroyer, and that is tackle number 5, and they've made 40 metres on the restart. They're 5 shy of the halfway line. It goes to Lilly. Lilly's going to try some magic on the power play. He's wrestled by Sykes, gets the kick away straight down the throat of Guzdick, and at long last, 7.5 minutes have gone. Dewsbury conceded 20 points. They finally have the ball back, and they're 10 shy of halfway, and it is the man who give them an early, further extended the lead in the second half, Alex Brown, and he's got it just inside the Bradford half to the right-hand side of centre field as they'll come back down this middle channel with Spicer, and he's going to be wrapped up, and there's options to the left, to the right for Robbie Ward. What's Ward going to do? He's going to pick the ball up, and it's going to be a short pass on the inside there to Teenby. Teenby finds the support from Ward, and Ward immediately flattened there by Amari Caro, and he gets to his feet, a little bit dazed there, does the former Leeds hooker Robbie Ward. He'll play the ball though, and it'll go from Sykes. Sykes is going to go down the middle with Douglas, and it is the 5th and last. Dewsbury on the last, 15 out from the Bradford line. Grubber kick through from Sykes. It's ricocheted off a Bradford foot, and it is back to 1 as Guzdick picks the ball up. So more pressure now. This one's not over by any imagination. 18 minutes remaining as Dewsbury crash over the line, although they've lost the ball in the a tackle. Who was that? Cometh the hour. It's Joe Keys who's come up with a try-saving tackle, and it'll be head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. 10 out from the line. Well, I'm getting off the roller coaster.
I thought that was a try, Mick, didn't you? He dropped the ball over the line of the Dewsbury player, but somebody got underneath him. Was it Joe Keys? I couldn't see from him. I think it was Joe Keys. But, Dewsbury aren't finished yet. Any team coached by Glenn Morrison won't give in. But, the pendulum's been pushed and stopped, in the favour of the Bradford Bulls through playing to the right tactic. And the tactic they've got to play on a warm day Odsal is using the speed of your backs and using the width of the field. You've got to be getting a different position to be able to do that. Scott Moore's been superb for me today. Very, very brainy footballer. This guy, Johnny Campbell, who's got the ball now, has run at Dewsbury and made them think about what they're doing.
Johnny Campbell is brought down 25 out from his own line as referee Garfield is just going to stop the clock because one of the Dewsbury players has a bit of claret coming from a cut across the face. So on come the Dewsbury physios.
It's Brandon Douglas, the young prop on loan from Castleford. Bradford lad Brandon Douglas, I think he was here in the academy team, and he's a young man making his way in the game. I don't think it's a serious injury. Down his haunch is Brandon Douglas, the tall forward, and the physio puts their arm up, so that indicates that there's a cut that may want stitching. No, he's stopping on, so it can't be that bad. But Brandon Douglas.
This breaking play allows the Bradford water carriers, Gary Dempsey, Mark Dunning, all to run on, and everyone gets replenished. It is energy sappy conditions. Bulls 32. Rams 18. We've still got 17 minutes remaining in this one, and Bradford are 20 shy of the halfway line as Moore loses the ball backwards in the tackle, and it's picked up there by Leroy. Leroy's brought down in a two-man tackle centre field. What's Scott Moore going to do out of dummy half? He's going to find Joe Keys. Bullet pass from Keys to Oakes. Oakes tries to fleet foot past Barnes and can't get past the second row forward Walshaw. It is the last tackle. More to Lilly. Lilly finds touch. Game management on just a young head, and it will be a scrum head and feet to Dewsbury. 12 out from their own line, and with 16 minutes remaining in this one, you suspect the Bulls might just be about to come home. But oh boy, they've been made to work hard. Elsewhere in the Kingston Press Championship, Batley Bulldogs 40, Oldham 10. It's Featherstone 22, Toulouse 28. At the Cacom Craven Park, it's Hulkeston Rovers 14, Halifax 14. At Ealing Trailfinders, it is tight and tense. It is London Broncos 10, Rochdale Hornets 8, and it is Swinton Lions 8, Sheffield Eagles 22, and it is Keighley Cougars 15, Toronto Wolfpack 20. So Toronto with just a very narrow 5-point lead there at Cougar Park. And Dewsbury have got 90 metres to go on this scrum. Kane takes it in. Crooks will take tackle number 1. 20 out from his own line as they look to come back down this middle channel. It goes there from Ward to Glover. Glover's wrapped up just to the right hand side of centre field, and this is going to be Alex Brown now taking 4 Bradford defenders there. Lilly in defence, so too Leroy. Keys looking to get involved in every way, shape and form, and Dewsbury try the look down the middle, but they're not getting past Caro, Magrin, Moore in there, and the senior players for the Bradford Bulls working overtime, and that's a good two-man tackle there from Magrin and Moore. So Ward out of dummy half, finds the support there from Owlett, and Owlett will make 15 metres forward for Glenn Morrison's side, and he's wrapped up on the 5th and last. 40 out from the Bradford line, so Dewsbury 10 in field. It goes from Sykes. Sykes will put one up on the 40. It's going to come down on the Bradford 20. It's taken ball and all by Owlett. Owlett there gives it to Morton. Morton in centre field, floats it out to Teamby. Teamby puts a kick through, a prop forward kicking on the last, but it's gone straight into the arms of Ethan Ryan, and Ethan Ryan will take it on the 10. He's brought down tackle number 1, 20 out from his own try line, and he immediately goes Ross Oakes, winning another penalty because Dewsbury were inside the 10. So Dewsbury committed suicide here. It's their 11th penalty they've given away, and Bradford will find touch just shy of halfway, you feel, as the ball is given to Jordan Lilly. We've got 15 minutes remaining in this one. Bulls 32, Rams 18.
Good stuff from the Bradford Bulls. They've just controlled themselves. They've brought some composure to the game. Kevin Leroy has settled things down. He's had a lot better second half, and the experience of Scott Moore and Leroy It's just calming the Bulls down. I'd like to see Amari Carroll get the ball a little bit more, because I think his power and his pace will do some good for the Bradford Bulls. But second half performance a lot better from the Bulls.
So from that penalty, it will be Magrin. He'll get up and play the ball. 25 out from that Dewsbury try line. Brandon Wilkinson will take the third tackle, and it will go more to Keys. And he's brought down on tackle number 4. They're 10 metres out from the Dewsbury line. It goes from Moore to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Murray. Murray thought he was being brought down, but he's on his knees. Too shy of the line. Last tackle. Moore to Lilly. Crossfield kick. McCartney's on for the hat-trick, and if he could just take it, he could have put it down, but Dewsbury are happy to kick the ball dead. It was agonisingly close. It was palmed back infield by Dale Morton, and Guzdick just happy to kick it over the dead ball line, but Lilly's crossfield kick from 10 metres out, causing pandemonium in this right edge Dewsbury ranks, and it's a second goal line dropout of the afternoon, and the Bulls will get the ball.
Well, the Bulls are going to be looking to tire the Dewsbury Rams side out now by these tactics, because if you can't score, force your opponents into making an error or force them into having to drop out from their own post. That tactic's got out there. They're a bit more composed this second. Wherever Tuvey said and probably beat it at half time, worked because the Bulls have been a lot better in the second half, and particularly this last 20 minutes, quarter of an hour.
The referee stops the clock because there's more claret coming from Jack Teenby, on his return to action. Didn't play last week via injury, and let's not forget Glenn Morrison does have Toby and Luke Adamson out, Tony Tonks, Brad Foster, Aaron Brown, Tom Hemingway and Dom Speakman all missing.
The purest rugby league fan, Bradford Bulls fans, will criticise me for this. Let's remember that Dewsbury have got a lot of good players out. Tony Tonks missing today for Dewsbury. Well, he's a powerful forward, and so is Tom Hemingway is a great player. But you can only play against who's out in front of you. It doesn't matter for the Bulls because they just need the 2 points, which I think they're going to get today.
Bradford 32, Dewsbury 18. They're 10 out from that Dewsbury try line as it goes out of dummy half from Moore to Roach, who's back on for the final 12 minutes. He's brought down 2 metres shy. It goes Moore to Lilly. Lilly feeding Murray to the line once more, and he's brought down Scott Moore. It goes to Magrin. Magrin's underneath the sticks. Brute power, brute force. The Bulls are going to be home, you feel. It's 36 points to 18. It's been an avalanche of points, and that's 24 unanswered. We've still got 12 to go, and this has been a performance of the ages for the Bradford Bulls in this second half, because let me tell you, trailing 18 points to 12 with half an hour to go, this is some comeback. 36-18, Keys from in front.
Really clever by the Bradford Bulls. What they've done is, although they fell away from it for a while, they played to the strengths of the season. The strength is the youth, the fitness, making the use of the width of this Ottal pitch, and getting the ball out wide, better passing, better at half back in the second. Andy Kane's gone to sleep these last 20 minutes or so. He'd done so much work for the Dewsbury Rams, it was unbelievable. And they've got round the edges and not allowed themselves to get into an arm wrestle by the Dewsbury pack. And if they do that, in most games this season, they will beat the opposition.
Joe Keys will attempt the conversion attempt, slap bang in front, and let's not forget a 4th win of the season for the Bulls. He's certainly going to drag Dewsbury very much into view for Jeff Tuvey and Lee Beattie's side. Let's not forget what Jasbeard Atwell, the Bradford Bulls chairman, said prior to the game. Jeff Tuvey could have his visa as early as this coming Saturday, as Keys looks to give Bradford a 20-point lead here against the Rams. No mistake, he goes out from 5 from 7 attempts this afternoon, and Bradford 7 tries to 3. They've scored 26 points unanswered in this second half. Similar style to what they did to dispatch the Batley Bulldogs, and there's still 11 minutes to go.
I think they're going to make Ottal a fortress, the Bradford Bulls, and the better weather should be coming now, the faster tracks. I think that will suit the Bulls rather than teams like Oldham and Swinton and Dewsbury and Batley, and they're going to make this a bit of a fortress here. And each game they learn to cut out the mistakes. As they've cut out the errors, Mick, they score more points. That's noticeable. That goes without saying, of course. It's common sense.
Well, Paul Sykes has gone for a short restart. It's gone 10. It's past the Bradford 40. It's palmed back by Alex Brown, and Dewsbury have the ball back from the kickoff. It was Jason Crooks with ball in hand, and he's wrapped up 5 inside the Dewsbury half. It's Bradford 38, Dewsbury 18. There were a knock on there. The referee's going to ignore it. A bit of sympathy from Gareth Ewer. And Bradford will keep coming in defence to meet these Dewsbury attackers. Short pass there from Robbie Ward to Kane. Kane on this main stand side to Owlett, and Owlett 2 tries last week against Newcastle is wrapped up, can't get past Lee Smith and Kevin Leroy, and Dewsbury trying everything to unlock this Bulls defence, but they can't. It is the last tackle. They're in centre field. The 20 out from the Bradford line. They're going for a power play on the far stand side. That pass from Sykes to Kane. Kane looking to feed in. Browning at the corner, and it's gone straight into touch. So it will be the fifth and last. It will be the handover, and it will be a play the ball for the Bradford Bulls. 18 out from their own line, and Gareth Ewer just making sure that Ross Oakes is going to play the ball in the correct position, and it's a pass out of dummy half from Scott Moore, who will leave the field for Vila Halafihi for the final 11 and a half minutes here at Odsal. Wow, what a second half performance from the Bulls. What a comeback. Campbell on tackle number 2, 25 out from his own line. Here come the Bulls again. Flick on pass from Leroy to Smith to McCartney. McCartney up and over halfway, brought down. 25 out from the Dewsbury line by Crooks. And Ward in a 2-man tackle. Dewsbury is stripped on the far stand side. It goes out to Lilly. Lilly to Keys. Keys to Caro. And he's wrapped up 15 shy of the Dewsbury line. It's a quick play the ball. They're coming back down the middle with Magrin. Magrin still charging onto the ball. Brought down 2 metres shy on the fifth and last. Vila Halafihi at dummy half has options to his left, to his right. He goes back to the 10 to Keys. Crossfield kick looking for Ryan. Brown takes no chances. Palms it dead. More pressure from the Bulls. And the old saying goes, if you can't score, force a restart, get a repeat set, and that is just exactly what Jeff Tuvey and Lee Beattie's side have done. A third goal line dropout forced of the afternoon. This is really taking the energy and the reserves out of the Dewsbury Rams. The score on the Provident scoreboard with 9 minutes remaining. Bulls 38, Rams 18.
And the Bulls look fitter and faster than the Dewsbury Rams, and what they're lacking sometimes in football in brain, they're making up for in exuberance and fitness and fleet of foot. It's actually quite exciting to watch. It's very entertaining.
Bradford then, ball in hand. It was a short goal line dropout. Dewsbury were looking to regather it. It only went up to the 20 and Bradford picked it up. It was Magrin on tackle number 1. It was Wilkinson on 2. Here's Keys probing to Lilly. Lilly to Smith. Smith is trying to fend off the Dewsbury defenders, and in the end he meets Jason Crooks, who drags him to the floor like a rag doll, and he's wrapped up 15 out from that Dewsbury try line. As we said, Bradford 26 unanswered points in the second half. They're looking for try number 8 here. We've got 8.5 remaining. Murray is caught across the face, but the referee says shoulder, so the referee says play on. It goes out to Lilly, to Keys. Colton Roach gets in on the act, and I think that's the moment you can say, draw the curtains, turn off the lights, lock the door, go to bed. The Bulls are on -4. It's 42 points to 18.
It is fantastic champion, the Bradford Bulls. Put the cat out, Mick, and leave the milk bottles in with an extra pint, because extra cup of tea tomorrow. The Bradford Bulls will be celebrating, because great fleet of foot again. I've said it time and time again. Great passing, starts with John Lilly. Superb pass to the ball. His hips swivel, the ball goes into the right hands, and it went through several pairs of hands, ended up in the hands of Colton Roach, who powerfully and physically sprinted over from 20 metres out and touched down some 18 metres to the left-hand side of the Dewsbury post. And Colton Roach hasn't had a bad game today. He ran well in the first half, in the first 20 minutes. He's not a bad player, but the fitness and the exuberance again of this Bradford Bulls side is going to get them the 2 points. It's going to be -4, and Otsal's going to be a fortress. Otsal needs to be a fortress, and on the faster tracks, I think the Bradford Bulls are going to be something to watch. They just need to just get that little bit of physicality into the forward play going forward. But Dewsbury, poor old Dewsbury and Glenn Morrison, a lot of players missing today, but take nothing away from the Bradford Bulls. I think the Bulls, playing like they have done in this last 20 minutes, would have beaten most teams in this division and run something like Hull Kingston Rovers close. If you play good, attractive football, let the ball do the work. A man can't work as fast as a ball. He can't run as fast as a ball. The passing has been superlative. And with Scott Moore prompting and probing, taking him forward every time he got the ball from dummy half, bringing players on around him. it's been very, very good. So man of the match for Bradford could go to any one of half dozen. Johnny Campbell at fullback, McCartney for his 2 tries. Joe Keys has played better in the second half.
Yeah, Jordan Lilly. Jordan Lilly's
been
over.
in and out there.
Yeah, Jordan Lilly took over the goal kicking from Joe Keys, and from 20 metres out, 20 to the left-hand side of the sticks, he gets in on the act and on the scoreboard. 44 points to 18. Lilly won from 1, and as we said, that is now 32 unanswered points for the Bradford Bulls in this second half, and there's still 7 minutes remaining here at a sun-kissed Provident Stadium, Odsal. Sykes goes short, it's a wobbler straight into the arms of Ethan Ryan, and Ethan Ryan will try and break clear, but he's going to be brought down too shy of the halfway line. 10 in from the popular stand side here. Amari Caro out of dummy half, and he's going to be brought down 2 metres inside the Dewsbury half on tackle number 2. Bradford really G'd up here, really taking the game to the Rams as it goes to Lilly. Lilly down the middle to Murray. Murray like a battering ram, like a bulldozer, like a wrecking ball, wrapped up 10 shy of the Dewsbury Rams line. Is he held in the tackle? McCartney could be on for the hat-trick. It goes to Magrin. Magrin around and to the side of the sticks. Well, he was a little bit selfish there, was John Magrin. He could have passed the ball out to McCartney on this main stand side, and in the end he thought, I'll have the brace myself, and he's touched down 5 to the right of the sticks, and that is Bradford's 9th try in this match. The Dewsbury players protest with the officials. There's a Dewsbury player down in back play, and a couple of concerning Bulls players, Ethan Ryan, Joe Keys, just looking over, but try has been given, and John McGrain, oh wow, what a little movement he was. I certainly won't fancy racing him for the last hot dog mark. 48 points to 18.
And you can run for the last hot dog, Mick, because I've seen you do it. But yeah, superb stuff again for the Bradford Bulls. You've got to feel slightly sorry for Dewsbury because all the players stopped, didn't they? As if something had gone wrong with the player in back play. I think they were expecting the referee to do something. And there was no overlap. Well, there was 4-on-1. There was no Dewsbury defender there from about 5 metres to the left-hand side of their post, all the way to the touch flag. So what happened there for Dewsbury? They just stood and froze. But you've got to play to the whistle. And but Bradford built up momentum. They built up pressure. They're running hot with the football. Some of the passing from the Bradford Bulls has been superlative. It's been sublime. It's been technically very, 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 very good. These young boys have got good technical skills, and when they get the physicality to go with it and they get settled down a bit, then they'll be a force to reckon with at the top end of this championship. But first of all, they're going to run that 4 points. Starts again next week with Rochdale. But today, totally outplayed Dewsbury. Dewsbury are beaten now, head in the hands, half a century up, and very, very attractive rugby league football. And rugby league, the pendulum can swing. And the limits are very fine, aren't they? Because Dewsbury on top of it 10 minutes into the second half. I thought they were going to get back on top of it by playing to the game plan and getting back into the plan of playing good open rugby league football, using the strengths of speed and power in the flanks to their advantage. Then the Bradford Bulls have scored tries and beaten this Dewsbury side.
Well, it's Bradford 50, Dewsbury 18, and that was Amari Caro from in front, so he converted the second try for John Magrin, and as we said, it has been an avalanche of points in this second half. 38 unanswered points against a hapless and dejected looking Dewsbury Rams. Sykes went for the short restart, it landed on the 40, and Ethan Ryan picked it up, and here come the Bulls once again via Kevin Leroy on this main stand side, 5 metres inside the Dewsbury half on the third. Vila Halafihi is going to be wrapped up in centre field, and they're 35 out. In a dummy half goes Campbell. Campbell to Lilly. Lilly just drills one into touch, and he was taken late, and the touch judge is on.
No, it wasn't
and it was Rob Spicer there, the former Sheffield man. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on here. We've got 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Gareth Fewer trying to split them up. It's just handbags, there's nothing too serious. But Jordan Lilly was taken out late there by Rob Spicer, and Kevin Leroy trying to seek retribution there. And referee Gareth Fewer, he's seen it. It is going to be a penalty to the Bradford Bulls.
Rob Spicer's frustrated because as a back row forward, you've got to do your work and stop the opponent's halfback still. You've got to get out the back of the scrum, you've got to cover across from around the ruck area, around the 10 metres outside the ruck area, and knock the half-backs down and slap them about a little bit. Well, they've done nothing of the sort for the simple reason that John Lill's been too clever for Dewsbury. His passing has been absolutely sublime. He's one of the best. He's like Yeshton Harris in his ability to pass the ball. Fantastic. Not a great taking around the park man, but a great man for passing the ball, getting you into the spaces, and superb John Lilly. Maybe the man of the match for me today. Murray, this young lad, has been superb in the forwards, and Johnny Campbell's played well. So for me, probably McCartney, Campbell, Murray and Lilly for the man of the match award. Well, there's 4 of them there, so you choose who you think.
Well, the referee gives Bradford the 12th penalty. The incident's on report. The attendance, 4,436 in the Provident Stadium Odsal Bowl this afternoon. So, with 3 minutes remaining, Bradford 50 points to 18 against the Rams, looking for try number 10. The war cry reverberating around this famous, iconic ground. Vila Halafihi at dummy half to Keys to Caro. Caro flattened, although he's looking to offload the ball to Campbell, but he decides to keep hold of it, and he's brought down 10 out from the Dewsbury line. Bradford hungry. They're looking for more points, more tries. It goes from Keys. Keys lays it off to Murray. Murray's wrapped up 5 shy. Around the neck. That's a dangerous looking tackle. Referee Hewer says play on. Murray gets to his feet. It goes out to Lilly. Lilly to Leroya. Leroya brought down by Crooks and Spicer. And that's 4 tackles gone on this set. There's still 15 out from that Dewsbury try line as it goes from Vila Halafihi to Magrin. Magrin on for a hat-trick, so too McCartney. And he's going to be brought down on the 5th and last. 10 metres out, centre field from that Dewsbury line. It goes back to Keys. Keys looks for Ethan Ryan, crossfield kick. He juggles with it, does Brown. Oakes has got it, and Ross Oakes will pinch one. It's a 10th try for the Bradford Bulls. This has been a brilliant, beautiful performance. It's 54 points to 18 with 90 seconds remaining. The Bulls have run riot. 42 unanswered points in this second half. What a performance for the ages.
Great passing from the right to the left. The little kick in, I think, was it from Lilly the kick? No, it was Keys. Sorry, Keys the kick. Ethan Ryan underneath it. He jumped up, didn't he? It was a bit of a schmozzle, but you've got to work hard when there's a few players around the ball. And he jumped up and got the ball. And it came off a Dewsbury player. The referee had to think about it, but then he touched it down. And you've got to be in the right place at the right time. You've got to want it badly. And some great attacking football on the flanks from the Bulls. Fabulous stuff. Totally outplaying Dewsbury out wide. The passing game of the halfback, and particularly Jordan Lilly, it's been a masterclass from Jordan Lilly of passing. An absolute masterclass. Any young boys want to watch how you pass a rugby league football, and my grandson's out there as a ball boy today, and I hope he's watched what Jordan Lilly does, because Jordan Lilly, the way he stands and swivels his hips back, and the pass goes right into the breadbasket, so there's no errors. He has been absolutely superlative at half-back, Jordan Lilly, for me. Johnny Campbell's caused a lot of worry to the Dewsbury defence. Scott Moore was good while he was on. Magrin's run hard. McCartney's run hard. Johnny Campbell, very, very good. But for me, Jordan Lilly. Jordan Lilly, the man of the match. My man of the match, anyway. Number 2, Johnny Campbell.
It is Jordan Lilly.
And number 3, Murray.
It is Jordan Lilly. The referee stopped the clock. There's still going to be time for the restart, but Lilly with a chance to get an extra 2 points. 5-8 from touch on the far stand side. And the crowd will tell you that has gone radar-like over the red, amber and black dot and between the posts. So it's 56 points to 18, and we've got 40 seconds remaining. Marks give the man of the match to Jordan Lilly. I'll put the social media vote up after the match. Follow the @BCB Bulls Twitter account, and we'll see who you, the listeners and the fans, decide is the man of the match. Sykes once again looks to go for a short 10. It doesn't go 5 metres, and it's a penalty to the Bulls with 20 seconds remaining. And the referee will allow Amari Caro to tap it and go charging forward, and he's brought down 40 out from the Dewsbury line. There's literally 15 seconds remaining here at the Provident Stadium Odsal. Vila goes from dummy half. Vila still going. He's brought down 20 out from the Dewsbury line. This will be the final act of the match. Johnny Campbell looks for the drop goal. He's wide. The hooter sounds. The roller coaster finishes, and it is the Bradford Bulls who keep Dewsbury firmly in their sights They knew a fourth win of the season would drag Dewsbury into view.